Why are you taking pictures of the building, sir?
Sir, I'm on a public sidewalk, so
No,
don't get in
you're
my
taking
personal
pictures of the
space.
jail. Got some ID?
Have I broken any laws?
Yeah.
What law have I broken?
Show me your ID.
What law have I broken?
Show
Can
me
you
your
explain
ID
them?
before I have to take you into custody.
I have the law right here, sir.
You can't take pictures of the
I have
jail.
studied the law, sir. I'm on the public sidewalk. Here, take a look at it.
All right, put your camera down. Put your camera down. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
All right. What law have I broken, sir?
Well, we're going to find out.
Seriously?
Yep. I asked you for it once. You didn't give it to me. Come on in.
I haven't broken any law, sir.
It's
You
okay.
understand?
It's okay.
You picked me off the public sidewalk. You understand what you just did?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're going to talk to somebody.
Okay. Let's see, who am I going to talk to?
I don't know who it could be.
You understand what Penal Code 148.G stands for?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. You understand the First Amendment of the Constitution?
No.
No? Freedom of press?
No.
No, exactly. I told him I have a constitutional right to take pictures.
Okay.
I have no weapons, I have nothing on me, so just letting you know.
Control notified me as I was going out that he was out there taking pictures of your security entrance. Okay.
Sir,
Went out and
it's
asked
my
you for
First
ID.
Amendment right.
You wouldn't give me ID.
What you just witnessed isn't a dramatization. No script. No actors. That was a real arrest on a real public sidewalk for doing something that carries zero criminal penalty under any law in this country. A man with a camera, standing on public ground, filming a public building. That's it. No weapon. No threat. No trespassing. And yet, within seconds of being approached, an officer issued an ultimatum. Show me your ID, or I'm taking you into custody. No crime cited. No statute named. Just a badge, a demand, and the assumption that compliance would follow automatically. It didn't. Instead, the auditor held his ground. He cited Penal Code 148G. He invoked the First Amendment. He offered the officer a chance to read the law directly from his own printed copy. And that officer's response was to put him in handcuffs anyway. The words that followed said everything. Well, we're going to find out. That is not probable cause. That is not reasonable suspicion. That is a guess backed by a pair of handcuffs. And here's what makes this opening so important. This wasn't a moment of confusion or miscommunication. This was an officer who chose enforcement over education, force over law, and assumption over fact. The auditor walked onto that sidewalk knowing his rights precisely. The officer walked out of that building knowing far less than he realized. What happens next inside that building, and what unfolds across 3 more encounters after this, will reveal a pattern that goes far deeper than one bad arrest. Stay locked in. This is only the beginning.
Ask him what he was doing, taking pictures. He wouldn't answer.
Okay, let's get all this stuff off him.
It's exercising my First Amendment right.
Do you understand why we might have some concern?
No, sir, I have the First Amendment right to do what I'm doing. That's
Let me explain
it.
to you why.
I haven't broken any laws.
We've had people who have drove cars through that door.
Sir.
We have had people fire guns into this building in the
Right.
past. We have reason to suspect that you may be up to no good. I'm
Okay.
not saying you are.
That's a...
But you're detained because we have a suspicion
Okay,
of wrongdoing.
okay.
Okay?
I'll be speaking to my lawyer about this. Because you cannot break the law, sir. You're breaking the law right now. You're not enforcing any laws. I'm here. I know the law, sir. This is not my first time doing this, okay? I'm doing this story.
Take all this camera equipment off him. And let's handcuff him again.
There you go.
You wanted to do what with the camera?
I'm sorry?
Nothing. Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Uh,
Oh, great idea. Let's do that. Hang on. Okay.
man, you didn't even let me speak.
Huh?
You jump and try to record me already? Don't you guys already have cameras here?
Sure, but this has got sound so we can hear you too.
Oh, okay. All right.
What can we do for you?
Who's in charge right now?
Huh?
Who's the watch commander right now?
Watch commander of
Who's in charge right now?
in charge of the sheriff's department is the sheriff,
Okay.
Scott Jones,
Is he
the elected
here?
official.
Yes, please.
And what about him?
Do I have to explain that to you?
Well, I don't know what you'd like.
Okay, I was just kidnapped from the public sidewalk for taking pictures in public by a couple of your co-workers. So I would like some complaint forms, and I would like to speak to someone in charge.
Now, the sheriff's department, are you referring to downtown here?
I was right outside the main jail on the public sidewalk taking pictures. I was handcuffed and kidnapped, taken inside, and I was released within 20 minutes. But I would like the name and badge number and ID number of all those officers involved so I can pursue this.
Okay, so you want to make a complaint against them?
Well, that would be the first step.
It sure would. So there you go. There's a complaint form.
That's
and
just
you can
one.
ask for all of that in your complaint.
I would like 4 complaint forms.
Well, you can do all of it on one complaint form, or you can make copies of that.
I have to make copies. You can't. Can I have a couple more copies of that, or no?
No, you can make copies of that. You've got one. You can make all of that on one complaint.
Okay.
You can make multiple complaints on one form.
Oh, okay. What's your name and badge number?
My name is Officer Healy, and my badge number is 035.
035. And then you said who is in charge right now?
Scott Jones is the elected official.
Is he
got
present?
elected by the public.
Yeah. Is he present right now, or?
I don't know what his schedule is.
Can you tell me what his schedule is?
I cannot.
I
If
can't.
you want to call his staff and find out what his schedule is,
Do I have
you
to
can
make
do
an
that.
appointment to speak with him, or?
You would have to make an appointment with him, as
Okay.
if you were making an appointment with the governor or the president of the United States. You have to make appointments with elected.
Let's be absolutely precise about what just happened, because the details here matter enormously. This auditor was handcuffed, walked off a public sidewalk, brought inside a county jail, stripped of his camera equipment, and held for questioning, all without a single crime being committed. And within 20 minutes, a lieutenant had to walk in, review the situation, correct his own officers, and personally apologize before releasing him. Read that again. A lieutenant apologized. That is not a routine outcome. That is a supervisor acknowledging, on the record, that his officers violated the constitutional rights of a private citizen. That is an admission that the arrest was not just procedurally wrong. It was legally wrong from the moment those handcuffs clicked shut. But watch what the auditor does the instant he's released. He doesn't celebrate. He doesn't leave. He walks directly to the front desk, requests complaint forms, and demands the name and badge number of every officer involved. Full forms. Every name. Every number. Because he understood something that the officers clearly didn't. Documentation is the most powerful tool a citizen carries, and he intended to use every single piece of it. Then Officer Healy steps in with a phone number for the sheriff's office and casually informs the auditor that meeting with an elected official requires an appointment, like meeting the governor or the president. A stunning comparison. A public servant, elected by the people, apparently as accessible as a head of state. The auditor absorbs all of it, calmly, methodically, because he already knows. The real confrontation hasn't even started yet.
officials.
Okay, can I get the number, please?
Sure.
You guys have a couple of tyrants working here, man.
Pardon me?
You guys have a couple of tyrants working here.
Well, you can't photo correction facilities.
Excuse
It's
me?
against the law
It's against the law to take pictures from a public sidewalk?
of a jail facility. Yes, it is.
Oh my god.
And
You too, sir?
well,
You too, and you're
it's the law. If you want the law,
That's
change,
the
you
law.
should probably go to the state.
how about you know what?
If you,
how about-
if you show up at a prison and start filming a prison, that's about to do the same thing.
Do you understand what that is, sir?
I'm not looking at it right now. I'm giving you the number that you wanted.
Okay, I'll wait. It's okay.
Good for you.
I'm trying to be cordial as possible.
Well,
See, this is the problem with the police officers and public officials, man.
There you go.
I appreciate it. Okay, so you want to take a look at that for me?
well, I can't see it up there. Do you want to
Yes, sir, absolutely. Yes. I would like to have you get educated. That way, you guys won't violate somebody else's right.
Okay. Where does this have anything to do with the jail facilities? This doesn't say anything about jail facilities.
This is about taking pictures in public places, sir.
Uh-huh.
Sidewalk is not a public place.
If you're taking a picture of a jail facility...
It doesn't matter what I'm taking pictures
Yes,
of.
it does.
Sir, you're an officer of the law and you don't know the law?
I do know the law.
You obviously don't, sir.
All right. Well, I'm not going to argue with you about
It's
the
not
law.
about arguing, it's just the law.
If you want to check if the law library down the street, whether you can take
I don't have
pictures of
to.
the
I
jail
just showed
facility
you
or
the
not,
penal code,
they
and
can probably help you out with that.
I just showed you the penal code and you're telling
There's
me that
penal
it's
code
still
for,
against the law?
taking pictures of a jail facility also.
It doesn't matter what facility I'm taking picture
Okay,
of, what
well,
building.
if you disregard the law, then you may have problems with law enforcement.
Okay, so why was I just let go right now? They took me inside, and then Lieutenant had to come and correct the situation and let the officers know that they just broke the law. And he apologized to me, and he let me go. And I told them that I will be contacting my lawyer, and I'll be dealing with it. So now, again, I'm coming here, and I see that you don't know the law either.
Okay.
How are you an officer?
Circumstance. So you weren't cited?
No, sir.
Okay.
You cannot violate my First Amendment right.
I'm not doing that. I'm just sitting here talking to you.
But obviously, if you don't know that, if you're on the street one day, you probably would violate somebody's right because you're just telling me that it's against the law to take a picture of
the county jail.
County jail, okay. All right. Wow. All right. That's why I do what I do. I would like to educate people like you, but obviously, it's gonna take a while. You know what I mean? But that's fine. I'm gonna handle this, so.
All right. Good luck to you.
Well, thank you. You might want to look into what I said, so in case you don't violate somebody. Because when you violate somebody's First Amendment right, your immunity goes out the window because you're violating my civil rights, you know?
Alrighty, good luck to you, sir.
All right? You have a good one, all right?
All right.
I'll be here for a minute, so.
This situation shows how an intervention can go beyond what's necessary. A man standing on a public sidewalk was handcuffed and taken inside without any clear indication of a crime. The justification given was simply security concerns. The situation was resolved fairly quickly once a supervisor reviewed it and ordered his release. At the same time, the fact that some personnel still believed photographing a facility from a public sidewalk was illegal points to a broader issue: an inconsistent understanding and application of citizens' rights within the same agency.
This is the moment that should genuinely stop you in your tracks, because what Officer Healy does here is something that goes beyond a simple mistake. It reveals a fundamental breakdown in legal training that has real consequences for every citizen this officer encounters on the street. The auditor has just been released. A lieutenant has just corrected the arresting officers. An apology has just been issued. And yet, standing right outside that same building, within minutes of all of that, Officer Healy looks this man in the eye and tells him that photographing a county jail from a public sidewalk is still against the law. The auditor doesn't argue emotionally. He does something far more devastating. He hands Healy the printed penal code and asks him to read it. Healy reads it and still maintains his position. This doesn't say anything about jail facilities. A grown law enforcement officer, holding the law in his hands and still unable to connect what's written to what just happened 20 minutes ago inside that building. The auditor's response is measured, but the weight of it lands hard. You're an officer of the law, and you don't know the law. And then comes the warning that Healy should have taken far more seriously. When you violate someone's First Amendment rights, qualified immunity disappears. Civil liability begins. That isn't a threat. That is a legal fact. Healy waves it off, wishes him luck, walks away, and in doing so, perfectly demonstrates exactly why these audits exist, not to provoke, but to expose the gap between the authority officers carry and the knowledge required to wield it responsibly.
If you believe this officer's actions warrant disciplinary review, leave a 5 in the comments.
That recording?
Yeah.
Good. So what's your issue, Mr. Schrader?
I don't answer questions.
You know?
No.
Why not?
I don't answer questions.
Why don't you step on out so I can give you some field sobriety test?
I do not consent to a field sobriety test.
Why don't you step out?
You want me to step out? Okay.
Why am I being detained?
So I want to give you field sobriety. That's why.
Okay. I do not consent to a field sobriety test.
You don't?
No,
Why
I
not?
don't. I don't answer questions.
Are you one of those sovereign citizens?
No, I'm not a sovereign citizen. I will answer that question.
Okay. Then what's your main malfunction here today?
I'd like to speak to your supervisor, please.
Why is that?
Because you pulled me over for an inspection sticker.
Mm-hmm.
You see that the vehicle has just been registered.
Still valid. Valid stop. Have a reason to look at your ID.
Yes.
And your insurance. Run your license. Make sure you're valid.
Okay.
And then when I'm sitting there talking to you, smell like what I detected was alcohol. So I just want to give you a field sobriety test. Make sure you're good to go.
Tony, I haven't drank alcohol in I don't know how long. Years.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So, and I've not had no alcohol in this truck.
Okay. Then maybe I'm off, but if I detect it, then
And
why
wait a
can't-
minute, the wind is blowing what, 15 mile an hour that direction?
I don't know.
You know, it's about 15 mile an hour. I know.
Okay.
I'd like to speak to your supervisor, please, because I'd like to be free to go.
He's going to tell you, just consent to the test and be done with it. If you haven't had anything drink and you're good to go, you're good to go.
Okay. But I'm not consenting to a field sobriety test. There's no law saying I have to.
You're right.
Okay. So what's your probable cause to hold me here?
I'd like to give you a field sobriety test, make sure you haven't been drinking. Did you have your seatbelt on?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I'd like to speak to your supervisor.
Stand by.
Thank you.
How are you, sir?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Good. How can I help you?
I'd just like to know why he's holding me here, you know? I just like to be free to go. I've done nothing illegal. You know, I understand why he pulled me over because of the inspection sticker.
Right.
But, you know, I just tagged the vehicle and I'm legal. So he sees that on his paperwork and I just like to be free to go, you know?
Have you complied with what he's asked you to do?
Complied with.
I don't know. I just got here.
He asked me to do a field sobriety test, and he told me he smells alcohol in the vehicle. Now, I don't drink, all right? I haven't drank in a long time. Do you smell alcohol on me?
I just pulled up and the winds are blowing.
You want you know,
No, I'm
downwind from me?
I'm talking to you.
All right, I don't drink,
Okay.
all right? And he's just, you know, not used to things. He just, I don't know. Actually, I've met Tony before, but I'm sure he don't remember that incident. But, you know, maybe he does. Maybe that is why he's just holding me here. But I'd just like to be free to go. Can I be free to go?
Let me talk to him real quick. And,
Okay.
all right. I'll get right back with you.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You still live there, Biden?
I don't answer their questions.
That's fine.
All my information's on my ID.
Okay. Well, that's all I was just asking. See if you still live there. That's all.
Okay.
Because I go up and down by you. You see me all the time, right?
I sure do.
Okay. You're good
I'm
to
sure
go.
you see me there once in a while too.
I do. That's why I'm just asking. Yeah. There's your info, sir. You're free to go.
All right. For the public records, I'd like copies of his body cam and his dash cam. It's public record, sir.
No, it's not. Not unless it's court case.
I assure you, it's public record. All right.
You get a subpoena, you can have them.
I don't need a subpoena. Trust me.
You're free to go, sir.
Thank you, sir. You have a good day.
New location, new officer, same fundamental problem. And this time, it takes a form that could have had far more serious consequences. Officer Tony pulls this driver over for an inspection sticker, a legitimate, lawful reason for a traffic stop. No argument there. But the moment the driver declines to answer questions and requests a supervisor, something shifts. Suddenly, Tony claims he detected the smell of alcohol coming from inside the vehicle. Here's what makes that claim collapse almost immediately. The driver points out that the wind is blowing at approximately 15 miles per hour. 15 miles per hour. In those conditions, any odor detection from outside a vehicle window becomes scientifically unreliable. Tony's own response? I don't know. You know, it's about 15 miles per hour. I know. That is not the confident articulation of an officer with genuine probable cause. That is an officer who has already realized his justification has a problem. The driver refuses the field sobriety test, which is his absolute legal right. No license is suspended for refusal at a roadside stop. No citation can be issued for declining a voluntary test. The driver knows this. Tony quietly acknowledges it. You're right. And yet the detention continues. The supervisor arrives, speaks with the driver for less than 90 seconds, runs the license, and says 2 words that end everything. You're free to go. No test, no citation, no charges. The entire extended detention, built on a smell that the wind makes impossible to confirm, collapses the moment someone with actual oversight reviews it. The system worked, but only because this driver knew exactly when and how to invoke it.
This situation raises a key issue. Expanding into a DUI investigation based solely on a suspected odor, especially in strong, shifting wind conditions, calls into question the reliability of that initial observation. Field sobriety tests are voluntary, and refusing them is not a violation. To justify continued detention, there must be additional objective indicators beyond a single, uncertain factor. Here, no such additional indicators were presented, and when a supervisor arrived and ultimately ended the stop without any charges or further action, it underscored that the initial basis wasn't strong enough to support prolonging the detention.
So everything you're doing here is a threat to my safety, so I need to know who you are. So I'd like to see your identification.
How am I a threat to your safety?
Okay, I'm not going to ask you again. Can I see your identification,
No, you
please?
cannot. Am I under arrest? Am I being detained?
You're about to be. Now turn off the camera.
I'm about to be arrested.
You are. Can I
Film
see
me
your
out
ID,
in public.
please? This isn't public. This is a
It
secure
is
area.
public. Have you read the friggin' sign? Let's go read the sign, gentlemen.
Let's not.
Yes. Let's read the sign.
All right.
You don't want to read the sign? You don't want to read the sign? Let's go read the sign.
Contact with the very angry gentleman filming outside of the courthouse. Fails to identify himself.
Let's see here.
See.
Let's see here. What's it say?
Trooper parking only.
You know how to read? Trooper parking.
All right. Okay.
Trooper parking. I'm not parking.
That's fine.
What's that one say? Trooper parking.
Okay. What's your name?
That direction. This one is for this spot. There's no sign saying I can't go in there.
There is not.
No,
so
there's
can I have
not.
your name, please? I'm asking you the lawful order to identify
Lawful
yourself.
order. What have I done?
I'm asking you to identify yourself.
What crime have I committed?
Failing to identify yourself. How do I know that you're not
Have I committed a crime? I don't have to identify myself to you unless I've committed a crime.
Okay, you need to put your hand down right now. All right, I'm asking you to identify yourself.
No,
Are you not identifying yourself? Then let's go. I'm asking you to leave. I'm telling you right now, you're about to get trespassed from the courthouse.
Trespass from
yes,
outside the
I am
door.
telling you that
There's
right
law
now.
That says I can stand
no,
out
there's
here and
not.
film
Do you
this
have a
building.
matter of court? No, you do not.
Yes,
I am not going to argue with you. Do
law
you have
says
court
I
right
can
now?
stand out here.
Let's go. Are
You
you
need
on the
to
court
calm
calendar?
down. You need to calm down.
You need to calm down.
You need to calm down. Let me
Then
talk
give
to
me
the
your
supervisor.
identification.
How about that? Let me talk to the
Okay,
supervisor.
absolutely.
You're out of control. You
Sold
need
out
to
in
calm
382.
yourself down. Tell me what to do. You don't have no authority over me. Who do you think you are?
Is there a sergeant in Kenai?
He said, as long as I'm not inside the courthouse. Am I inside the courthouse?
Okay,
Isn't that
do
what
you not
said?
see?
Isn't that what you said?
Do you not understand that walking around this building, videotaping this entire building might raise some alarm?
I own this building. The citizens of this state own this building. It's not your building. You don't have no authority out here unless I'm committing a crime. Am I committing a crime? And if so, what crime am I committing? Failure ID? I don't have to ID.
I'm done talking to you.
I don't have to ID to myself.
That's fine.
To you.
I'm done
well, if
talking
you're done
to you.
talking to me, why don't you walk back in there and get out of my face?
No,
How's that?
I have every right to be here that you do. You just
Yeah.
argued that to me.
Yeah. I have every right to be here.
So do I. I'm a citizen of Alaska as well.
You're not, right now, you're in your official capacity.
I am.
Yeah, which means you don't have any freaking rights.
Okay.
How dare you come out here and talk to me like that?
How dare you come record my video? How would you bring your
I have
attitude?
every right.
Okay,
I
good
am
for
a
you.
journalist. gathering content for a story on this building.
Okay.
I have every right to be here and look at the vehicles that we pay for, the building that we pay for, and to check and make sure you guys are taking care of it. You have no authority over me. Who do you think you are? Come out here barking orders at me? Give me your, I don't have to give you my ID. Don't you know the law? Aren't you law enforcement? It's not how it works, buddy. You're gonna learn today, dude.
Okay.
You're gonna learn today.
All right.
Yeah.
Look forward to it.
You're gonna learn today.
Okay.
Yeah. If you're gonna arrest me, you go ahead and arrest me. I'm not gonna resist.
You
I have
asked
no
for a
weapons
supervisor.
on me.
We're waiting for
I
my
have
supervisor
no,
to arrive.
I have no weapons on me.
Hey.
I have no ill will, no ill intent. I'm here simply quietly filming.
Waiting for a supervisor.
Yeah,
You
that's
asked for a
right.
supervisor.
Yeah. You threatened me with arrest. You go ahead and arrest me. I haven't done nothing wrong. Nothing. I have every legal reason to be here. I'm threatening you with, I'm a threat because I have a camera? You crazy?
Bill Condon is counter traffic at SPD.
You need to check yourself, dude.
Okay.
You need to check your attitude.
Okay.
It ain't happening today, dude. I don't know who you think you are, but you have no authority over me. None. Are you a supervisor? Nope. Okay. What's your name and badge number?
My name's Officer Staley.
It's Officer Staley?
Staley.
How do you spell that?
Like Stanley without the N.
Okay. What's your badge number?
63.
63. Awesome. Thank you. Who's the highest rank out here out of you three? No one? None of you?
We're all the same.
All the same.
Is this the supervisor? Kenai PD.
Yep.
On state property. That's your guys' jurisdiction, not his. You think I'm just some idiot coming out here? I know my laws, I know my rights.
Okay, good for you.
And I'm literally standing on my rights. There's not a damn thing you can do about it. You have no authority over me. You're gonna go bully somebody, you go bully somebody else. You ain't gonna bully me.
I'm just telling you not to.
I can film anything I want, anything I can see in public. Anything my eyes can see, I can film. Don't you know the law? I'm not inside the courthouse.
You're within the court property.
I'm not inside the courthouse.
Okay.
This gentleman right here said, as long as I'm not inside the courthouse, I'm fine. Got it on video.
So that's fine, but walking around the courthouse, filming trooper cars, filming vehicles, you don't think that's not suspicious? That's the only reason I came out to find out who you are.
I think it's suspicious the way you came out here barking orders.
Because
you
I
have
want to
no
know who
authority
you are.
over me. You don't need to know who I am. It's none of your business.
Okay.
Sorry, what's your Grims? What's
Grimes.
your name?
Grimes, sir.
Grimes.
Yes.
And your badge number?
K20.
Awesome. You said 20?
20, 20.
20. Awesome. Thanks, man.
What's your name?
I'm not giving you my name. Not after the interaction I just had. I would have, but...
No, you wouldn't have. That's the first thing I ask you to identify
now
yourself.
when you
and
come
said,
out barking
we're done.
orders out, yeah,
Come
you
back
go
up
ahead
here
and go
again.
back to work. You're dismissed. It's tyrant. I ain't putting up with you today.
Hey, sir.
It ain't happening.
Can I have a conversation with you?
This guy just... No, the whole thing escalated because he came out screaming. He was supposed to be at like 9, like you are, you're at like 4. He came out here at 100. Straight off the bat. I'm not putting up with it today. I have every right to be here. You and all you guys know it. I'm outside the courthouse.
I'm not here to tell you.
I was
you
told.
have to
I'm going to explain to you what I was just told.
Absolutely.
By that gentleman on the left right there. Okay. He told me as long as I'm not in the courthouse, I'm fine. And then I come over here. These signs say this right here, right? Is that correct? I can't go down there. That's trooper parking. Well, parking. Technically, I can go down there by law, but I'm not going to go down there because I'm not trying to start no.
Yeah, that's
but
probably good.
This over here.
So,
is there any reason for me not to be over here? Exactly. Thank you very much. Why don't you go tell that tyrant right there to do his job and go back in the courthouse?
there's no reason to call names and stuff.
After the way I was just treated,
Well,
dude,
I'm not treating you that
I'm
way.
actually being calm compared to the way I was just treated. I will not be bullied.
Of every encounter in this entire video, what you're about to see, or what you just watched, is the most explosive. And the reason it's so significant isn't just the anger. It's the contrast. Officer Staley doesn't walk out of that courthouse. He erupts out of it, immediately demanding identification, immediately threatening arrest, immediately declaring that the auditor's camera is a threat to his safety. All within the first 30 seconds of contact. No greeting, no question, no attempt at conversation. Just authority deployed at full volume with zero legal foundation underneath it. The auditor doesn't match the energy. He stays completely level. He asks the only question that matters. Have I committed a crime? What crime am I committing? And Staley's answer: Failure to identify unravels instantly, because failure to identify only applies when a crime has first been established. Without a crime, there is no legal obligation to produce identification. The auditor knows this. Staley, in this moment, either doesn't or doesn't care. Then something remarkable happens. Another officer, calmer, more measured, steps in and does what Staley refused to do. He listens. He reviews the actual situation. And within minutes, he confirms what the auditor has said from the beginning. There is no legal reason for him not to be there. Staley is effectively overruled by his own colleague, on camera, in front of everyone. The auditor's summary of it is precise and devastating. He came out here at 100 straight off the bat. And that's exactly the problem. Maximum aggression, minimum legal justification. The camera caught every second of it, and the outcome said the rest.
Okay, so what is...
a man standing here with a camera.
Do you mind me asking what your intent is here?
What does it look like my intent is?
I honestly have no idea.
What am I doing? Let's see.
Seems like you're here to rile people up and see what kind of reaction you get.
I didn't say nothing to nobody. I was quietly filming the outside of this building. The only interaction I had was with this gentleman. It worked out perfect. He said, as long as you're not in the courthouse, you're fine. I walked around over there. I walked around over here. Okay. That's it. I haven't interacted with anybody. Every time I had an interaction, I was approached.
Okay.
So how is that me looking for a confrontation?
I can't imagine any other reason to stand out here and film the courthouse, but
I'm a journalist gathering content for a story for possible dissemination.
Perfect. Sounds good to me.
I have the First Amendment right to be here. If I can see
that's
it,
not actually your
see it,
First Amendment.
Actually,
right?
it is the member of the press. I have the right to film and disseminate information to the public. Information on this building, information on you guys. If you don't think so, you might want to look up some case law, bro.
I'm just saying, I don't believe that falls under the First Amendment. But...
even says that.
Okay. That's fine. I'm not here to argue over the amendments. I don't.
Well,
I don't think you're violating any.
He's trying to demand my ID, and I'm telling you that's not going to happen. If you guys are going to arrest me,
here's the thing.
I'm just going to tell you right now.
Hold on.
Hey. You guys go ahead and arrest me because I'm not leaving until I'm done. Go ahead.
Can I talk? So, I don't see any reason to identify you right now. Okay. However,
go back to work, dude.
Dude, stop. Why are you talking to him?
Yeah.
Hey,
tyrant. You're dismissed.
You see what you're doing? You're trying to rile him up.
Oh, he just pissed me off.
Yeah, but you're riling him up.
How am I not supposed to be upset when he came out here demanding
you
my
can
ID
be
and everything
upset,
else?
but there's no reason. He's walking away.
Yeah,
there's no reason for you to sit out here and call him names.
That's my prerogative.
So you have to have the last word.
Are you his
Sounds
boss?
like you're an instigator.
No, you guys are together. I'm an instigator, huh? Yeah, so you're one of those, aren't you?
What?
You're one of those. Why don't you just go back to work, bro?
What do you think I'm doing right now?
Right now, go back to work. You're dismissed.
You are fun.
Trash.
This situation highlights how the same context can lead to two very different uses of authority. One side correctly identified the boundary. If the exterior area isn't restricted, then recording isn't an issue. The other side escalated by demanding identification and hinting at enforcement without clearly establishing any specific violation. In sensitive locations, asking questions can be reasonable, but requiring identification must be tied to clear, articulable, reasonable suspicion. Once that standard was revisited, no further enforcement action followed, showing that the initial escalation lacked a solid legal foundation.
Do you need help with something?
Yeah, can I get your name and badge number?
Yeah, it's 854.
And your name?
I'm Trooper Keo.
Trooper Keo?
Yeah, what do you need help with?
854? Yeah. No, I don't need anything help with anything,
Okay.
Trooper.
Well, what are you out here doing?
Oh, I'm just taking a walk around, that's all.
And why are you recording?
Aren't you recording?
Yeah, but I have to.
I choose to.
I'm interacting with the public, so I have to be recording.
And I choose to because I'm interacting with a law enforcement officer.
But you've been recording, we've been having reports of you out here for a while, been recording.
Reports of someone recording?
Being suspicious, walking around, because this is a building with important people and things in here.
So, are you important because you have a uniform on?
No, I'm saying not me.
Well, who's important that's inside of this building?
A crowd of people in there.
Yeah, who's important?
Civilians. So you're out here,
it wouldn't be the.
They are coming here asking why there's
This is the Connecticut State. This is the Connecticut State Police headquarters, correct?
And they're asking why you're recording. We have civilians coming up to me asking why a man is recording. They feel uncomfortable.
Civilians are coming up to you asking why.
Yes.
I'm recording because it's suspicious.
Yes.
How is it suspicious?
Because you're recording in a parking lot. Do you live here? Are you here for a reason?
I don't live in the parking lot, no.
Are you here for a reason?
I am here for a reason.
What's the reason?
I don't know if I want to disclose that to you at this point, just because it might compromise what I'm working on here, but what's so suspicious about a man recording?
You're in an area that's public, which you are free to be, but you're recording and making it look suspicious. So you're being a threat to the civilians that are coming up to me and complaining about you.
So because let me just get this straight, Trooper. So because I'm recording, I'm a threat to your very important people that are inside of this building.
You are being suspicious. To my civilians that I protect on a daily basis, yes.
I don't think you met the two civilians that are inside.
No,
I think
I have a line of civilians. I have more than 20 people inside, just civilians that don't even work for the state.
Yeah.
But they came up to me and said that they feel threatened by you recording because you look suspicious.
So you came out here to do what?
To ask you to leave.
Why?
Because you're making the civilians feel uncomfortable.
Let's move out of this woman's way.
You're making the people in this building feel uncomfortable. They are coming here to get their pistol permits or fingerprints, and you're making them feel uncomfortable.
By recording?
Yes. You look suspicious out here recording, so they're reporting suspicious activity.
Okay, and you're responding to that suspicious activity? But I don't understand.
Why is that a problem?
I think it's a problem because there's nothing suspicious about...
It is a man recording in a parking lot. Why are you doing that?
I don't think that's suspicious.
Yes, it is. On a building that holds a lot of people?
Yeah, very important people, I know. Very important people inside.
Civilians are important people. You don't think so?
I think everybody's important.
Exactly.
Everybody's important.
Exactly. I didn't say anything different.
Okay. So, again, this is public. You just said it's public property.
Yes, but we can ask you to leave if you're making people feel uncomfortable and doing suspicious activity.
What CGS Connecticut General Statute is making people feel uncomfortable, Trooper?
You're asking me why people are feeling uncomfortable. I don't know why they're feeling uncomfortable.
No, I don't know why. Okay, yeah, I don't.
That's
no,
making them uncomfortable.
No, my question was, Trooper. Yeah, my question was, what Connecticut General Statutes? A breach of the peace.
It could be.
No, you're wrong. No, you're wrong.
If we decide to.
I promise you, you're wrong. A breach of the peace has to come with an act or threat of violence.
And they felt threatened.
An act or a threat of violence, Trooper.
Or did you say or?
Yeah, an act or a threat of violence.
This is the act.
This is an act of violence.
You are making.
It's an act or a threat of violence, Trooper.
People feel uncomfortable because they don't know what you're doing. I can't prove anything right now to you. But
there is no violation of Connecticut General Statutes right now. No, you cannot.
Yeah, I can.
You said this is public property.
Yeah, but if you're doing something to disturb people, that's a problem.
Disturb. What is the Connecticut General Statute for disturb, ma'am?
Well, if you know everything, you can tell me, right?
There is none. No. For breach of the peace, there sure is. But I just informed you. I just educated you on the fact that it has to come with an act or a threat.
That you might be
ma'am, an act or a threat of violence.
I can charge
You're
you with
ignoring
until I prove it. But
yeah.
I can ask you to leave if they're.
No, you cannot. You cannot.
Get somebody out here for you. Do you want to talk to somebody that's higher up?
I'm talking to you.
Yeah,
and you seem, and you seem,
and I'm not charging you with anything, but I'm asking you to
leave.
Yeah,
because you can't, ma'am. Because respectfully, I'm not breaking any Connecticut General Statute, so you cannot charge me with anything.
I'm not charging you with anything. I didn't say I was.
Okay.
I never said I was.
I know you said you weren't.
I'm asking you to leave.
And I'm just telling you that you couldn't.
You're making the civilians uncomfortable here.
Ma'am, you can ask me to leave. I agree. You can ask me. You can ask me to leave, but my response is no.
Why? What are you doing here?
Ma'am, it's none of your business what I'm doing here. You've escalated the situation. You've escalated the situation.
They asked me to come out here.
You've seen me here before. When was that?
You were on all these videos.
Oh, what videos?
All these videos that you saw.
Oh, so you know who I am?
I don't know your name.
Oh, okay.
I know you're a civilian that records a lot of law enforcement.
And is there a problem with that? Yeah, Bradley International Airport.
Right
yes. Okay, so why are we coming in
with something?
No, wrong.
And you're bothering the civilians.
You're
here.
wrong. You're just wrong.
About what?
I'm not trying to be combative with you, but you're just wrong. You're just flat out wrong. You cannot ask me to leave a public place.
You said I could. You said I could ask you.
No, you can ask.
Oh, there you go.
Okay,
See?
you can ask.
Yeah. So
okay.
Make sure you know what you're saying first.
Okay, you can ask. So do you have anything else to ask me?
Yeah, I am asking you to leave.
Anything else? No. Anything else?
I'm asking you to leave.
I said no. Anything else?
Why? Do you
just
have
no.
business being here?
There is no other. There is no other explanation, but besides the word no,
What
ma'am.
is your business being here?
Ma'am, no.
What is your business being here?
Not answering any questions that I don't want to answer.
There needs to be a reason for you to be in this parking lot.
Not true. Again, you're incorrect.
And you're making people feel uncomfortable.
You're incorrect, ma'am.
I'm not, because I've had many civilians come up to me and complain about you.
You're incorrect.
No, I'm not.
I'm not saying that people haven't complained.
Exactly. So how am I incorrect?
Well, I'll check your body camera, see who complained to you. But listen, again, You could ask me to leave. I said no. I don't know what else we need to be discussing at this point. I said no. You know,
You can stay here.
I know. I can. I know that. I tried to tell you that, Trooper, but you didn't want to listen. You wanted to try. She wanted to try and exhort her authority. She didn't want to listen. I know I can be in a public parking lot of the Connecticut State Police headquarters here. I know that already.
This situation stands out for 3 key reasons: labeling someone as suspicious simply for recording in public, escalating to physical intervention without any clear criminal conduct, and the repeated involvement of the same individual at the same location. The reference to breach of the peace lacks the necessary element of violence or imminent disturbance, which makes the legal basis very weak. More importantly, other officers were present and observed the interaction, yet no clear corrective action was taken at the time. The outcome, no charges filed, underscores the core issue. The problem wasn't the act of recording, but how authority was applied in response to it. We made this video to share factual and educational information so viewers can protect themselves responsibly, and we do not advocate confrontation.
And here, in the final encounter of this video, we see something subtler, but in many ways more troubling, because this time the officers don't explode. They reason, they construct an argument, and that argument falls apart under the weight of its own legal impossibility. Trooper Keogh opens professionally. Trooper Grimes follows, and then the female trooper arrives with what she clearly believes is an airtight justification. Civilians inside the building are uncomfortable. They've complained. They feel threatened, and therefore, this auditor should leave. The auditor does not leave. Instead, he asks a question that dismantles the entire framework in one sentence. What Connecticut General Statute covers making people feel uncomfortable? The answer, of course, is that no such statute exists. Discomfort is not a crime. Suspicion is not probable cause. And a request to leave a public space carries no legal enforcement mechanism when no law has been broken. The trooper then attempts breach of the peace, and the auditor cuts it apart surgically. Breach of the peace requires an act or threat of violence. Recording a building with a camera is neither. She cannot name a statute. She cannot cite a violation. She can only repeat, with diminishing confidence, that people are uncomfortable, while the auditor calmly reminds her that she can ask him to leave all she wants, and his answer will remain no. No charges, no arrest, no citation. He stands there until he's finished. Then he leaves on his own terms. For encounters, for agencies, for outcomes, all identical. When citizens know the law with precision, authority without legal foundation has nowhere to go. That is not confrontation. That is the Constitution, working exactly as designed.